Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta over here, everyone. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining us for another one of our Girl Chats Over Tea.
Hey.
Quick reminder, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up icon and subscribe to our channel. We'd love that support. Hit that bell notification. If you don't want to miss any of our chats, let's get going. Right, today, what tea am I drinking? I'm drinking a tea called Don't Worry, Be Happy, loose leaf tea. It's got chamomile, peppermint extract, and licorice root. As you all know, that's my bell. And I
know, but it's the same thing. Ding, ding, ding. She loves her licorice.
Yes, and I have my tea steeping in this new steeper of mine. There you go. Can you see it?
Yes,
This mug inside is a little steeper. I've got my teas in there. I've had it steeping, and I didn't know there's a lid that goes on top, and that becomes my tray at the bottom where I put this steeper. Comes out and sits in my tray. So I love it. I just found that out. Didn't know. I was thinking I needed a separate tray, but cheers to everyone. Cheers, Gloria.
Cheers.
Oh, and let everyone know what you're drinking. And I love your mug.
Well, you know, my husband, back in the day, there was a company called Big Dog. And, you know, it's like big dogs. If you drive the big dog, stay on the range. And
I love that.
My husband, you know, he likes playing a little golf. So he was gone today. And I'm like, I love his cup because I can put more tea in it.
Yay!
Today, I am drinking Chai 5 by Clipper. Chai 5. There we go. It is an organic tea, which I love. It is cinnamon, fennel seed, ginger root, orange peel, licorice root for my girl.
Gotta do ding, ding, ding.
That's
Where's
right.
my bell?
There you go. Cloves, chicory, and all of the ingredients are organically grown in England.
My England.
Your
yes.
England.
Yes, yes, dear. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, cheers, cheers to everyone. Love it.
Oh my God, that is delicious. Okay, so let's get our chat on. Ellen always reminds us to be kind to one another, to listen to one another. She's off on vacation. I don't know if she's going to come back and do this holiday season as part of season 18, or when she comes back, if she's going to do her 19th season and it's a wrap. I hope that she's getting lots of rest because, you know, we had the Olympics, which precluded all of her shows, and now they're back, but they're into reruns. So remember, everyone, you may not see Ellen, just be kind to one another and listen to one another. So let's get into it. Bachelor in Paradise. Oh my God. So Rosetta, new show kicked off yesterday. What do you think?
OMG, everyone. Can you believe it? Bachelor Nation. If you've been watching, this was by far, in my opinion, you might have the same opinion, is the best first show of any season ever.
Wow.
I love it. Well, that's because the reason being is because they had so many bachelors and bachelorettes from very recent Bachelor and Bachelorette shows. So they were very new in our heads and we remembered them. And a lot of them were my favorites. I'm going to do a rundown of the ones that I took notes on and who I like and the ones I want to couple up. So in comes Brendan from Tayshia's season. He's a cutie. Ivan from Tayshia's season. Remember Ivan? He was the half Filipino, half African-American.
Yes, I liked him a lot.
Then we have not Queen Victoria. She's done with that. It's Goddess Victoria. Let's see. I think in my eyes, she's going to be the goddess with no love. because I think she's just going to be prancing around as the goddess, and who is really going to fall in love with her? I mean, it would be great if she's changed her tune and now
Right.
she's a goddess, she's a completely different person. I would love to see that, but we'll
Right.
have to wait and see. Then we have Connor B from Katie's season, the cat, who didn't kiss very
That's
well, not a
right.
very good kisser.
Well,
Then who do we? Then we have Janessa, 28 from Matt's season. She was one of my front runners with Katie. I loved her because she said it like it is, and she told Matt exactly what was happening in the house. And she got a lot of flack for that, but I still love her. She's pretty, she's cute, she's intelligent. Then we have Abigail from Matt's season, the one that is with
she's
deaf.
yeah,
She's
she's
deaf.
deaf.
She's deaf, and I like
Yes.
her.
She's
I like her a lot.
beautiful. I love her.
Then we have Grocery Joe, no longer Grocery Joe, but we can still call him Grocery Joe.
Right.
And
Right.
he's okay. I never really thought, he was that cute. He had a nice personality, but he's back for the second season. Then we have Trey. I love Trey because he says it like it is. And he
I
had
know.
no regrets of telling Katie exactly how he felt and the toxicity in the house. Then we
Right.
have Kenny. He was the one that is 40 and he is in the best shape ever. He is the guy that came in, for you that don't remember, came in naked. Naked.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe that.
Kenny, he is gorgeous. He worked hard for it. Why not flaunt it? We have Noah, who's from Tasha's season, who has a bit of a liking to Abigail.
Yes.
Then we have, who do we have? Mari on Matt's season, James from Katie's season, Carl from Katie's season. And I'm going to quickly go over who I like. I like Abigail with Noah. Amazing. He is amazing. He knows
Yes.
that she doesn't open up a lot. She had her first one-on-one date and she chose Noah. And he is not scared by her putting people in friend zones forever. He's going to
Right.
break that, he said, and be the first to try and get into that different zone as soon as possible. And he did it.
Yes, he
I love
did.
it. I was
Yes.
so happy when I saw them kissing. I was like, good for you, Noah. I love you so much. You're amazing.
When he went there, he said that, he goes, I would really like to get to know Abigail better. And ding, 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 he got to know Abigail
Ding,
better.
ding, ding. He did. I love him. He's so cute. Boyish, kind of boyish look. And
Yeah.
he is willing to do what it takes to get into Abigail's heart. The other one I liked was Connor. Connor was pretty good. Kissing, what's her name? I forget the name of that girl. There's so many girls, but he seems like she said that his kiss is amazing. Nothing wrong with
I know.
his kiss.
He said that, I don't know what Katie was thinking. Okay. So the girl said, Katie says, not a good kisser. There's been months. If you didn't learn how to kiss better, shame on you. So apparently he is a much better kisser now.
He's a much, and you know what? To be honest, I was looking and observing at the kiss, and to me it seemed like he was more into her and the kiss was more sensual than he
Exactly.
had with Katie. Katie was just grab, 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 kiss. Here he
Yes.
did grab her, but it was more, you could tell that it was very, very sensual. I
Yes.
love it. I love it. Trey, my God, Trey and the other girl, I can't pronounce her name. Seems like a good fit. The girl with the dreadlocks. What's her name?
Oh, yes.
I can't pronounce her name.
I can't remember her name. I love the fact that, Trey is talking to her and he's like, and she goes, I used to date his uncle, but I don't think he'd remember that. I was like, oh my God.
She likes him because he's assertive. He took the
Yes.
first move and she thinks that he's better kisser than her uncle.
That's
And I'm
right.
like, your uncle could be watching this.
I know. And Trey's like, well, sorry. And then who was that? David Spade, I can't wait for you to get to that part, said that, he made a little flippant comment that, oh, she's just working her way through the family. And that's not the case.
No, that's not the case, but that's his joke. That's David Spade. You know David Spade well enough, right? He's going to make some jokes. And that's what
Right.
he said, but we know well enough. And then the other one I was very, very shocked at was Serena. She's 23, and there she
I
is
had
with
no
Grocery Joe,
young.
who's 35. Not that there's anything
Yeah.
wrong with that, but all these other guys were after Serena, and there she is, just trying to get together, just not even as a, as a lover, but she wanted to get to know
Right.
Grocery Joe better. And there they are, ending up
Yeah.
falling in love. So
Yeah.
that's actually quite a nice surprise. I love that. There's so many people hooking up that I love their relationship. I love it. I love it. And I hope they keep going. But sorry to say, they showed a clip from next week and what's to come. And what's really sad is that Grocery Joe's ex-girlfriend comes back. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of a bit mad and a bit pissed. Why would they do that?
I know.
He's made a connection with Serena. Let that be. Don't stir in more trouble. But
Exactly.
I'm actually not. I'm finding David Spade not too bad. Not too bad. Because at first I thought, no, 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 he's a comedian and he's nothing like the original host, Chris Harrison, and he's not serious enough. But I'm actually liking it. And he's actually coupled up with Wells, the bartender.
Right.
So I've always loved Wells, and I always wish that he would have found someone, but he's already engaged to Sarah from Modern Family. So they have a good relationship, and I'm loving this season. Woohoo! Bachelor Nation, people. And I'm gonna
Yes.
turn it over to Gloria because I'd love to hear what she says. Love her take on it. Go ahead. I'd love to hear.
Okay. So I like you. I was shocked when they did, I like how you introduced everyone. I like some of the coupling. I couldn't believe when Serena said, "Oh, I'm 23," and I thought 23 because I think she's done a couple of seasons of Bachelor in Paradise, and I was like, "What was she, 21 when she started? Oh my goodness, she was a baby." So I thought, this is interesting. And all the guys are sitting around like waiting to get to talk to her. And then all of a sudden she starts making out with Grocery Joe. And so they're like, okay, well, we're going to have to leave this alone. Um, I, when Demi got there, I
Demi, I
thought,
forgot about Demi.
oh my God, because as we know, she's bisexual. So she likes girls, she likes guys. And in the end, when they showed some of the previews, you see her kissing guys, you see her kissing girls. So she said, I'm here to stir up stuff. Now, there are only 10 guys. There were 13 girls before Demi showed up. Okay, so we know at the end of whatever this first cycle is, there's only going to be 10 girls left. Everybody else has to go home. So Demi is like, okay, I'm here to take some girl's man. And I thought, oh my God. So I'm going to, kind of stay open and see what she means by that and how she's going to show up. The other thing is I didn't like David. I thought some of his humor is very dry, and I understand that. I prefer the bartender. I think he would be phenomenal because remember at the end when, David goes, I turned in early because I was overwhelmed by the sun. And so Wes started bringing him up on this person hooked up, this person,
Yes,
this person.
yes.
I think that Wes, because he's a bartender, and as we all know, when you're out and there's nobody to talk to, you talk to the bartender. And I think he would be really good at it. In one of the previews, they showed that Lil Wayne is going, yeah, which is his thing. I don't know if David is going to be able to pull this off because his personality was kind of dry.
Well, I must say I have to agree with you. I didn't really like him when they showed a snippet, but he's grown on me. And obviously, yes, he's not as good as we expected. They could have chosen someone else. And I agree that Wellesley is a way better fit. And I thought that he was going to be the host before they said David Spade. He should have been the host. But I think because he's such a good listener and a good bartender, they wanted to keep him there. But yes, I can imagine David Spade is decent, but they can choose someone better. And who was that guy you were talking that said, yeah,
Oh, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, is he going to come on as some kind of like host or something?
Well, he tells them to, everybody kind of, lift their glasses, let's turn it up. And then he goes, yeah. Now, Lil Wayne, his popularity is that yeah. He does that on different people's songs.
Right.
So you'll hear music and you'll hear yeah, and that's him. That's what he does. So I'm like you. I'm open to see how this is going to evolve. I also really agree that the goddess, if she doesn't get into meeting somebody, I think she's going to be going home. And then there was this other Black girl, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name, but her voice was kind of annoying.
Oh, the one that was a bit squeaky.
I'm here, I'm something and flirty, and I was like,
yes, I'm fat, I'm fun, flirty, and something else, and then the other F I'm not going to say, she said.
Right. And I thought, oh my God, this is the first night, the first time, and you're talking to basically a stranger and you're going to start dropping F. I was like, mm-mm. So I think she should go home too, just because maybe she needs to age a little bit more to realize that, hello, how are you doing? My name is better than I'm flirty, fun, and ready to F.
Well, when someone says that, they're not serious. They're just there to have a good old time and not try and be serious and hook up with someone. Well, maybe hook up for a one-night stand, but not for a long-term relationship.
Exactly. So we'll, keep you tuned. Next week is on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh my God, we get 2 nights of it. I'm excited, people. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Okay, that's enough. I was going to pay royalties.
No, we're not paying royalties because we're not making money on it. Can't pay royalties if you don't make no money.
So if you guys are watching and you are a Bachelor Nation fan, you like Bachelor in Paradise, why don't you comment below as to who you like? We'd love to hear your front runners and who should hook up with who and who's going to end up with who. But you never know. Bachelor Paradise always has twists and turns. They love to do that to us. They love to keep us on our toes and make us frustrated.
Well, so we saw lots of jewelry boxes, hands popping jewelry boxes. We don't know who was proposing to whom. However, there were more than one little opening of a jewelry box.
Well, I was trying to look at behind to see the clothing, so I could see that in the show, who was wearing that piece of clothing and that color. Maybe I could connect it. Great, we love it. That was our little review. We love it, and we can't wait to see more.
Absolutely. Well, as you all know, we're always trying to inform. And one of the things that we talk about a lot is global warming. So Haiti had a 7.1 earthquake earlier this week. I think it was yesterday, but I'm not positive. It could have been like late Sunday, with the time zones and all of that.
Yes.
However, they have lost over 1,400 lives and over 6,000 people were hurt, injured, etc. We live in earthquake country, so we know what that feels like when you hear the rumbling and you feel everything around you shaking. And so our thoughts and prayers are with them. And, as you know, here in Northern California, we've got the heat. Yesterday was a triple-digit day. We also have the fires, and because we have the fires, we have smoke. So our atmosphere goes from low, moderate, good, and it's different places, you get different ratings. So we're always very cognizant of that. Now, in the middle of the country, they are getting lots and lots of rain, and they're getting floods. And, I was talking to one of my girlfriends. She's in Vegas, and it's hot in Vegas. And, I'm like, well, is it as hot as normal? And she goes, it's warmer than normal. And it keeps on going and going. Wow. So we have that. And then Florida is getting ready for the hurricane season. They've already had one. And forgive me if I got it wrong. And comment below if you know. It's either Fred or Frank, because it's an F. And then Grace is on her way. Now, they are experiencing situations where the weather's patterns are just very unstable. So, we have got to figure out how to do a better job at taking care of Mother Earth, because it's just, it's like every day there's a new announcement of something weather related that's happening.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, this is nothing new, people. We've been talking about global warming for years, like
Yeah.
for as far back as I can remember. Me and Gloria have been talking about this, and it took Gretchen, I forget her last name, to come over
Yes.
here and talk about this for more people to start being aware. But as we say, this has been going on forever and ever, because way back when Al Gore started this, and I'll say it again, Al Gore started this with
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Separate.
So people have
Mhm.
not been taking it, because here's the situation, is that because people don't see it on a regular basis, doesn't smell it, it doesn't affect them directly, they're thinking it's not my problem. But when it
Right.
is affecting you, it is, because look at all the fires we had, all the smoke last year. Crazy. We couldn't leave our houses, coupled with the COVID. That was just a nightmare. Fire
Yes.
after fire. They couldn't stop those fires. They kept ravaging and losing acres and acres. And then in
Yeah.
Australia, they had like 3, 4, 5 months of fires that were affecting all the wildlife there, their kangaroos, their koalas, everything.
Yeah.
This is now affecting like us directly, because we have to live with all this, all the aftermath and the effects of it. Crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. We have to gonna do another chat on this and make it a bigger priority to talk about things that we can do practically in our everyday lives, just to get
Yeah.
the ball rolling. And me and Gloria are going to do some research on tips and tools and practical things you can do in your house to start. I mean, it's a great start that we're recycling.
Yes.
Recycling is the best. Composting, using less of, more paper, recycling stuff as much as possible. But we're going to look at better ways and practical things that are simple, because I know a lot of people don't do stuff as it's difficult. So it has to
Right.
be easy, low stress for us to want to do it. And it's over time, consistency, that it's going to help our
Right.
warming, global environment.
Right. Because the most important thing, Rosetta and I believe, is our children. We want to make sure that our children have a world in which they can live and thrive. And you can't keep doing the same things and expect different results. That is what they call insanity. And I think as citizens of the world, we have to figure out how to get the people who are in office to our country and our world. And, Gretchen, she figured out a way how to get from her country all the way over here without using carbon monoxide. She didn't get on a ship. She didn't get on a plane. She got on, it was a ship, but it was a different global friendly device that she used to travel. And she spoke to young people all over the world, and specifically to young Americans. And she told them, they're old in Washington. They're going to die. They don't care. We have to care. And, here in California, we're getting ready for an election on September 14th. Everyone has to try and figure out what their part is. What do they do? How do they do things to make the environment better for our children? Because we would love to get some of the water that they're getting in the middle of the country, and they would love to get some of the sun that we're getting here in California. And we just have to figure out how to work together.
And I always say, if you want your children to grow up in this culture of being more um, environmentally aware of how everything we're doing impacts the world, the globe, we have to set an example. So parents, we need to set the example so that young kids can follow what we're doing. This is a whole culture. We need to help everyone, all our young kids, and teach them. And I think it's really important that schools need to be teaching their kids about global warming as well. It's not just the parents, schools have to do it as
Yes.
well. The more people discussing it, parents, social media, the news, teachers, in companies, what can companies do within their company and their employees to help this would be great, I think, all around. It needs to be a culture.
Yes, I completely agree. So we're going to continue to monitor and we will share our findings. And, you know, if you've heard of organizations or if you've heard of companies who are doing green type things to help the planet, please comment below and share that information. I can tell you, you know, just off the top of my head, companies that are detrimental to the environment. So let's see if we can't shift and put our focus on helping and nurturing our country and our environment, because I just, you know, I want to have little grandbabies running around and being able to breathe and go outside and play and not have to live in a bubble. So let's lighten it up a little bit. So Monday morning, I'm watching one of my favorite shows and it comes up and it says, Jen deletes A-Rod. And in case you're living on a rock and you don't know who I'm talking about, Jennifer Lopez was dating A-Rod, the baseball player conglomerate. And they broke up. She started dating Ben Affleck. So I mean, it's been a minute. And I thought to myself, I think she left their post up, you know, she deleted the social media posts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There was another one that they had together. And she just, you know, she didn't do one at a time. She deleted them all. Well, A-Rod is her ex. Ben is her current. And I was thinking, you know, even as a girl myself, when I'm done, I'm done. I would have deleted them too. And I don't know if I would have done one at a time. How about you, Rosetta? All or just one a week?
Well, I have to think about this because it all depends on how you separated with your ex.
Yes.
If you're not in good terms, definitely I would delete all at one time. But if I'm still in good terms and we're still speaking, that might be a different story, right? I mean, you don't have any
Right.
animosity. So, as much as I like to say, I think that, I don't know. So, let me ask you a question. Maybe I'm stuck in a rock because I didn't know this. So, what was the real reason why she broke up with him, A Rod?
Well, from what I understand, he is a little bit of a flirt. I never heard that he did anything wrong, but he would send text messages to other women while he was dating Jennifer Lopez. Now, to me, I got Queen J-Lo. My girl is beautiful. Why would I run the risk of flirting with someone else? Now, it's never come out to what degree, because they've been kind of private. And I believe by the time someone starts deleting and things like that, you're done. So I mean, even though we just heard about this, this is August, and I think I know they weren't together in July. I think they broke up in June. And then maybe a week or two later, we saw her with Ben Affleck. So I think that whatever he was doing, he didn't just do it once. That was one of the things I heard, was that because when it came out, people were like, he's such a flirt. And I don't even know why she wasted her time with him to begin with. I was like, wow.
You're exactly right. Anyone that's a guy that has Jennifer Lopez as a girlfriend should be counting their lucky stars because she is gorgeous. She's smart,
Yes.
intelligent, a global
Yes.
entrepreneur. She knows she's got her act together. So for him to
Yes.
do that, and I don't even think he did it to her. I think he's just a flirt in general. So she should have seen that. And if you're a flirt and you're doing it with a gorgeous woman like Jennifer Lopez, forget about it. You know that whoever he goes out with after her, he's going to do the same.
Exactly.
I mean, I tell you, for guys, there's only one person you will change for, and that definitely wasn't Jennifer Lopez. So we'll have to see what happens.
And I think it's his loss. I think that, I may not, I think she's beautiful. I think she is an amazing, businesswoman. I mean, I think some of this could have also been because they had a business together, and you don't want to blow your business up while you're trying to get rid of somebody that you don't want around you anymore. They also melted their families. I think it's so hard, in the dating world right now. When do you let someone meet your child? They put all these kids together. They took them to Disneyland. They took them on vacation together. And now they are separating. I mean, that to me is really hard, especially when you have young children, because young children become clingy. And what they do is they get to a point where they feel very comfortable with the person. I've been around situations where, the little kids will be like, oh, they'll slip and they may call the person mommy or daddy because they're there and they're in their lives. It's just very, very hard. Very hard.
I don't know. I think this whole situation is not that great, and A-Rod should have been lucky that he had her, because before we never really heard of him much in the social medias, or because of J-Lo going here, there, and everywhere, and he was on her side. So that's why he was in the social media a lot, and now he's back in the social media, being out of it for so long. So I don't know. I think it's good that she was probably annoyed with his ways and just decided, I'm going to delete him.
Right.
That's fine. I think that's great. I mean, what more can I say?
Hey, so she's moved on to Ben Affleck. They seem to be very happy. A lot of the conversation now is shifting to, are they moving too fast? Ben and Jen, and for me, when you're over a certain age, there's a shift in your mind and you think to yourself, I only have so much time to get things done. So if it turns out that this is real, because, I have to be honest, I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's, you were one of my first loves, and now that I have an opportunity to have us back together, I'm all in, because I've never seen J-Lo with anybody who smokes, and Ben Affleck smokes. And whenever you see him smoking, he's out on a balcony. He is not in the house. So I don't think she likes smoking. The second thing is that if you want to get somebody that, was being disrespectful to you, you get another man. And that's what she did. And this other man is gorgeous. And one of the things that J-Lo did that I'm like, you go, girl, she took videos and still pictures of her first relationship with Ben and updated them to them today. So there's a video where they're on a yacht. They just redid that picture where she's laying in like a bikini and he's got his hand on her butt.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So I mean, whether she's moved on in her heart, because when you're with somebody, for a period of time, they get inside your heart. That's really hard. So I don't know if that's what she's doing, or if I love him, I've always loved him, and now that I've got a chance to be with him, I want to go back.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I have a feeling, and the word rebound came into my mind. Rebound.
Yes.
So we don't know, never know. And, I don't know if it's because she wants to always be with a man. That's why she's back with Ben Affleck, and he's single. It just happened that he's single.
Yeah.
But like you said, we don't know if it's really the real deal or not. But just like you guys watching, we'll have to wait and see how long their relationship lasts.
We'll be watching and we'll
Yes,
be
we will.
talking about it.
Yes, we will, like we always do. We're so gossipy.
Yes, we love that. So we also hope that everyone is being as safe as possible with the new COVID-19 Delta variant. It is moving very fast, as we've shared and talked about. Unfortunately, many southern states, Louisiana, Mississippi,
Mississippi.
Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, the numbers are just going up substantially. And the sad part is that it is called the virus of the unvaccinated. And also, children 12 and under are not at a point where they can get the vaccine. And right now, it's also sad because, like, say in Louisiana, 50% of the patients in the hospital with COVID-19 are children under the age of two. I don't know how anyone can live with themselves. Yeah, I'm afraid of vaccines. I'm not a vacciner. I don't run out and jump on a vaccine just for vaccine shape. However, when it comes to a child's life, I'm not going to do anything that's detrimental. Now, my mom wasn't feeling good, and I got that dreaded call. I think I need to go to the hospital. So I had to take her to the hospital on Sunday. And I get there and, they're like, you can't go in with her. And I'm like, she's 85. She can't explain to you what's going on. I have to. And there's a process where you have to show proof that you're vaccinated. Well, my vaccination card is with my passport. I wouldn't even think to carry it with me. So Kaiser helped me do what I had to do so I could get in and be with my mom. And the doctor that was taking care of her told me that he goes, right now in this hospital, we are blowing up with vaccinated and non-vaccinated COVID patients. He says, but I'll tell you one thing, the vaccinated patients are not as sick, and we don't have to incubate them or put them on a ventilator or anything like that. He said, however, the ones that are not vaccinated, he just shook his head and he goes, we don't understand, because it could be prevented. So we just wanted to share that with you all, to ask you, do not allow politics to determine what you do as an individual. Listen to your gut, listen to your instinct, do your own research. Our babies they're too tiny to fight. And this virus is really, really nasty. So Rosetta and I want you all to do what you can to be safe. And by the grace of God, my mom, we were there 7.5, almost 8 hours. However, I got to take her home at the end of it. And she is doing much better today. It was scary being inside the hospital.
That's great to hear that she's doing better. Nothing serious happened to her. Along the lines of COVID, and it's affecting more of the younger kids. In Mississippi, a 13-year-old girl, she died from that, going back to school, because Mississippi is one of the states where masks are voluntary. So you have some kids going back to school with and some without. And if it was me, I would not let my child go back to school unless it was a mandate that everybody had to go to school. So now, because they've had so many kids infected with this virus, they're actually now mandating it. And it makes me so mad that I think it's the Mississippi governor or the mayor or someone is downplaying it and just saying that, oh, when the kids get this virus, it's just a tiny cough, sniffles.
Oh, yeah.
They call it sniffles and a cough. And I'm like, I'm just so frustrated because, as I always say, prevention is always better than intervention. And do what you need to do to protect our kids. don't downplay this. This is not something you should be downplaying with. As you can see, the 13-year-old died from this. And I can't believe that you're downplaying, saying it just sniffles and a cough. It just makes me so mad that I can't. And all this is from politics, as Gloria said. Why are we playing politics? Just do what's right, people. Educate yourself and do what's right for our younger generation. As a parent, I'm just so like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a bit mad, but
Yeah.
I can't talk about it because I get mad just watching that person saying it's just these kids, it's
Yeah.
okay, it's just a sniffle and a cough. I'm like, no, it's not. It can result in death, as you have seen. So that's what I want to say is wear your masks, people, and get the vaccine and do your research. Don't just listen to the social media. Get your real source from science and the doctors and the real people, not from social media.
Yes, absolutely. The one thing for me, okay, I'm old school. Let's start there. And being an old school person, when they used to have mainframe computers, we used to experience security issues. The security issues were nothing like what's going on today. I grant you that. However, we had a whole department, and it was their job to monitor and ensure the integrity of the information that we would then send out from, we were called information systems and technology, so that the information that was shared throughout the company was valid, so that management could make valid decisions on that information. If anything was out there and it was wrong, it was a lie, we eradicated it. It was not up there long. Now, I understand that Facebook was a conceptual idea where some guys got together to rank some girls at college, and it has now grown to this mega billion-dollar industry. However, there is no reason that that company cannot stop these lies. There is no reason that this has nothing to do with freedom of speech. This has to do with our children's lives. So I also employ large corporations to create tools that will go through their systems and their databases and sweep the lies away. Because I have friends that I always consider to be very smart, very intelligent, and they will say things to me like, well, enough people have gotten the shot, I don't have to get the shot. And it's like, what makes, and I get mad then, like Rosette, and I'm like, what makes your old ass think that your behavior is okay when a child's life is at risk? And I get well, what do you mean? And I said, if you have it, you're asymptomatic, you go around a child that's 12 or under and they get it, they may be fine or they may die. Do you want that responsibility? So I've started kind of leaning on my friends a little bit, because I have friends who are not going to get the shot because they believe what President Trump and the Mitch McConnells and the Lindsey Graham and all these people are saying. Irregardless of what they see, that is what they're believing.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people just have their own thoughts and they can't think outside the box. They just, this is what it is. This is how I'm going to feel. This is how I'm going to think. And this is how it is. So it's hard. But we know that they're now saying that anyone that has had the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine, 8 months to the day from when they had their second shot, they need to get a booster. So
Right.
it's going to happen. I mean, it's not now, but they said probably in a month or two, right? If I'm correct.
Well, some of the people, well, it's 8 months for your day. And I was real happy when they came out, because initially I thought, you haven't even got shots in the arm yet. What the hell are you doing trying to do booster shots? Come on, stay focused. And they said it's the compromised immune system individuals, the people who are HIV and AIDS positive, the people who are, have compromised immune systems, the people that are going through chemo. So it's not everybody. because I
from
don't,
what
I
I
mean,
heard
they have to be careful with the
yeah,
messaging, because if
well,
people get confused and they think, oh, I got my 2 shots for nothing, I'm not getting the 3rd one, we're going to have a real mess. So they
well,
need to be specific.
GMA, from what I understood from Good Morning America, it was everybody. They didn't actually say it's only for these certain people, immune compromised people. They made it seem like it was everyone. So if you got the Pfizer or Moderna from the 2nd shot, 8 months, then you have to get the booster. They didn't say that. So there you go.
Yeah,
That's
Dr. Fauci.
misinformation again.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci is the person who said, you know, these are the people. And he goes, and we're looking at it. He goes, we're not there yet. And we're not going to get there until we do more research. So
Well, they
I
said
got
that
this
today. This morning was on GMA. They actually
wow.
confirmed it. So I don't know when you got the information from Fauci, but
I
that's
got
what it.
Fauci Monday.
Okay, so
So
that
I
was
mean,
today they came out with and said it on Good Morning America. So
wow.
the story may have changed, but they
Right.
definitely didn't make it seem like it was just for those group of people that had compromised immune systems. So we got to
Right.
do some more research on that to find out
Yeah.
exactly who it is. Is it everyone or is it just those groups of people? We're not sure. But
Yes.
we'd love, if you know the definite answer, comment below. But I
Yes.
want to do some more research because I thought it was everyone.
Yeah. We'll do some more research, and next week when we do our chat, we will give you an update.
Yes, we will.
Thank you so much for hanging out with Rosetta and I as we, you know, talk about things that are going on. We hope that the information we share is good, it's informative. We always feel the love in our individual rooms, and when we're together, we feel it. We send it back out to you. Go out and make it a great day. Use that love to bring love to the world. Our world is in trouble. We are at a love deficit. There's so many people, and it's like, what happened to we? So let's bring some we back, and let's bring some love back.
Love and kindness is what makes the world
Yes.
go round. So that's really important. But we really love talking about our Bachelor in Nation, bachelorettes, bachelors, Bachelor in Paradise, and we're excited to watch next week's 2-night episode. It's gonna be 2 nights, not just one.
I
It's gonna be
know.
2. So I'm excited about that, and we're going to talk more about global warming and practical solutions. And we're just here because we love to share our loves, our likes, and social. Right? We'd love to do that because we're Silicon Valley girls. Chat over tea. I'm loving my tea. Love my tea. There you go. I'm going to drink some more of it.
That's right. I've been drinking mine throughout. I love my tea. I love my husband's big old cup.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Have you enjoyed our chats? If you have, hit the thumb icon below to tell us that you like it. Subscribe to our channel. And if you don't want to miss any of our chats and be the first to be notified, hit the bell notification. Thanks, everyone. And remember to always keep smiling. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.